Just another high school football season is fast approaching, and you've been watching this for years and watching the evolution of the teams. What teams do you think are the ones to watch this year?
Well, we would probably call them the usual suspects, if you will. Going really quickly in class to class, you have Newburgh and Monroe, the perennial powers. Another team to watch is Pine Bush. In Class A, it's Cornwall, the three-time defending champ. Their rival, Walk Hill. You have Poughkeepsie coming over from Dutchess County. In Class B, you have Marlboro, the three-time defending champ, with Burke moving from Class C to Class B, and that's a deep division with other teams such as Highland and Rondout. In Class D, the overwhelming favorite is Chester, who made it to the state championship. And then in C, it's kind of a wide-open division with teams like Tri-Valley, Sullivan West, and Liberty in the mix. So that's what the landscape looks at this point. There are a few schools that are struggling this year. Onteora can't field a team, so they have a few players who will actually be suiting up for Kingston. Onteora's had numbers in the past. Fallsburg a couple of years ago folded their program. There's some other schools with some low numbers, maybe Monticello, but for some programs, unfortunately, that is a fact of life.
Let's talk about coaching. I guess maybe one of the trends this year is a lot of new faces in head coaching positions on the sidelines. Talk to us about some of those new faces.
Right, 7 new coaches in Section 9, which I'm not sure, if it's not a record, it has to be close. 2 of the most prominent guys who we'll probably be talking about during the season is Rory Boyce at Walk Hill, but he's definitely not a new guy per se. He was their defensive coordinator, a big part of the program, so he'll step right in. And then at Cornwall, you have Mike Connolly, the son of Bernie Connolly, the Monroe Woodbury coach, and Mike did an excellent job as Monroe's defensive coordinator, so he's another guy who you don't have to worry about that. A lot of people applied for that Cornwall job, and Mike by far was the best hire. Burke is Class C championship champions last year. They have a lot of returnees. They're stacked, and they're moving up to Class B to play. The showdown's going to be with Marlboro. Both teams already talking about it. They're not shy. Unfortunately, they play the second to last week of the season, I think, but it could be for first place. Marlboro, of course, 3 straight Class B titles. Burke has all of the talent, so that'll be a game to watch. But again, Class B, there are other teams such as Highland, Rondout, who aren't just going to, give up the division to those 2 teams.
And let me ask you to gaze into your crystal ball and see if you can find a sleeper out there, sleeper or 2, team that you might think will surprise some people.
I think one sleeper is going to be, if you will, it might be pushing it a little, but I think Port Jervis in Class A. They're in a division with New Paltz, Goshen, and Saugerties. The other division's a lot tougher, the top division, but I think Port Jervis is one of those teams who can bust out and perhaps win that division handily. I think that would be best case scenario, and I think that's what they're looking for. Their rival, Middletown in Class AA, who with all due respect really has been a doormat in recent years, they are a team that coaches are talking about. Just they've had a good JV team, they have a lot of returnees, but with Middletown still they're going to have to prove themselves, but they could be a potential breakout team.